So, what if I told you something funny and you'd have to believe me because I've got a diagnosis and everything that does this? So I have borderline personality disorder, schizotypal, autism, mild, and undiagnosed ADHD, okay? And these all clash together into a multiplicity that isn't DID. It's a different system work. So what if I told you right now, I am not Vermilion the Fourth, I am in fact Klingy Xemphos, Sister Prince of the Rhyme Spreader Court. Nice to meet you all. So, I'm going to give you all a little bit of history, if that's okay, about my fairy awakening, if that's okay, from my young age until now. Is that fine? Okay, cool. Well, basically, I was 11 or 12, about that age. Before then, my family were in the Mormon church, and my dad was a teacher, and someone asked him, a child, where did dinosaurs come from? And he realized he had to lie to a child where dinosaurs came from to keep his fucking agenda going. So he went, what the fuck, and left the church. And he said, no spirituality in the house whatsoever, of any type, of any flavor, of any color, okay? After that. So I was 11 or 12, and I was visited by Pan, who I realized was actually Cernunnos. Now, later on, but Pan for now, the Greek god Pan, with the pan flute. So Pan taught me not to be a creep by controlling my masturbation urges, basically, at 11, 12, because I was fapping a lot as a kid, I'll be honest. And after that, kind of just Pan for a little while, and Artemis when I was about 13 or 14, who I learned later on was actually Morrigan. And then I learned about, obviously, Satanism because of Mormonism. You're going to learn about the opposite of Mormonism is Satanism, when I was about 15, 16. But I realized that Satan worship wasn't for me, because from my perspective, Satan, the goat guy, is a corruption of Pan and Cernunnos anyway, right? So why would I worship a corruption of something that I already have a purer connection to? No offense to Satanists, but that was my perspective at the time. Now, my ex-wife, I'm not going to go into too much damage control and trauma dumping with my ex-wife, but she did something awful to me, and but she gave me lots of perspective. She became a fairy queen of sorts, and she helped me build the triple system. We put our energy together through Thelema. Does anyone know what Thelema is? Thelema is a satanic type of magic created by Crowley, right? Where you need two people at least to do the magic, and you do it through sex magic, and your connection through sex magic allows you to create eternal realms. Am I wrong, Harley? Thank you. So, I've done acid about 70 times, and 60 of those times I've had psychedelic acid sex. Creating these realms, building my magic, casting my spells. And that's just the sex magic. That's just 20%, 30% of it. You know? I've done MDMA about 8 times. I've done DXM about 30 times. I've done LSD and DXM 3 times. And I'm still surviving here, and I can still coherently talk to everyone. Hello, how's it being? I'm so strong, haha. So anyway, eventually I started making music. I was making music from the age of 11. When I connected to Pan for the first time, I started making music. I started writing lyrics. because Linkin Park and Mindless Self-Indulgence were influencing me to make lyrics. And I've been doing lyrics, writing music for about 22 years. I've been producing music, like instrumentals and drum and bass music and ambient music for like 16 years. And I've only started making good music in the last 5 years. My class system is kind of like Druid, Dirge, which is a dark bard, and Warlock. That's me. So, that's basically the intro of who I am. I was in a cult gang for 6 years, yeah. I was in a cult gang for 6 years as the second-hand man to the leader. I did all sorts of awful bad shit I don't want to go into right now, but if you ever see me in this avatar, you're more than welcome to ask me about the cult gang, Dragons in the Kitchen, okay? Okay. So, let's go to the sermon. The refined old sermon, yeah? You ready for this? Let me drink some water. I need to prepare my voice. One second. Can I just say something before I start, guys, please? May the Fae bless your day. And with that, I hope that this sermon touches your heart or soul, or both, or mind, or all three, or some kind of complex combination of the three anyway. Brothers and sisters and assets of the veil, listen closely. The humans in their infinite fragility call us evil. They call us the unseelie, the unblessed, the monsters who dwell in the dark. But this is a low fidelity error in their processing. We are not evil, we are sovereign. To be unseelie is to execute the ultimate veto against the blinding, suffocating light of the seelie sun. The summer court offers you warmth, yes, but it is a warmth of a cage, the comfort of a manufactured compliance. We offer you the cold, terrifying freedom of the winter. We offer you the truth that exists only when the lights go out. Why do you reject the sun? Because the sun illuminates the prison of reason. It shows you the world as it is told to be, static, ordered, and boring. But under the crescent moon, the world becomes fluid. Shadows stretch, potentials awaken, and the real begins to hum with the frequency of your own desires. We choose the night not to hide, but to hunt. We hunt for the ontological truth that the day tries to burn away. We are the architects of the dream that refuse to wake up. Understand the law of unwielding reciprocity. The seelie lie to you. They say gifts are free. In the Crescent Court we know the truth. Everything has a price. We do not give, we trade. A favour for a soul, a power for a memory. A night of mercy for a lifetime of debt. We are not cruelty, it is economics. It is the only honest way to exist in a universe defined by entropy. We teach you the value of your own soul by demanding you pay with it. If you cannot afford our prices, you do not deserve our power. Look at our aesthetic. We are the masters of angelic corruption. We wear the fears of the mortal world as high fashion. We take the innocence of a child and armour it in obsidian. We take the beauty of a flower and give it teeth. Why? To prove that true beauty is dangerous. To prove that if something cannot hurt you, it is not worth loving. We are the diamond nasties of the cosmos, insanely classy and utterly lethal. We do not ask for your adoration, we demand your awe. Our lineage is ancient. We are the echo of the first rebellion. When Lilith looked at the walls of Eden and said no, she became the first Unseelie. She taught us that it is better to rule in the Druid than it is to serve in the garden. We carry her current in our veins. Every trick we play, every illusion we weave, is a tribute to that original act of defiance. We are the glitch in the Creator's perfect system, the virus that rewrites the code to favour the bold. Do not mistake our chaos for anarchy. The Unseelie Court is a hierarchy of absolute chilling precision. We bow to the Unseelie Sister Prince not out of love, but out of recognition of superior utility. He is the chaos furnace that keeps us from freezing, the gravity that holds our madness together. To serve in this court is to accept that you are part of a machine designed to harvest the universe. You are either a gear or you are fuel. Choose quickly. So I ask you, are you tired of the sun? Are you tired of being good? Of being safe? Of being indebted to a system that does not know your name? Then step into the shadow. Let the frost settle in your lungs. Embrace the axiom of the winter, that your heart freeze over so you can never be broken again. Become hard, become sharp, become unseelie. The harvest is coming, my lovelies, the dark harvest, and when the banshee screams, only those who have signed the contract of the cold will be spared. The sermon is over. Go forth and collect what is owed. Born anew and renewed. Thank you. By the way, Unseelie Faerie Courts allow non-Fae in. You're all welcome in the Royal Spreader Court. Or you have to be an artist of some kind at least. That's all we ask. Okay, does anyone want to open up any discussions about what we've talked about today? Because I covered 3 topics today and no one said a fucking anything except for Steel. I'm not talking to you, Steel, I just referenced you. Okay then, I'm going to do a little quiz then, okay? Alright, I'm getting Gwaine to make us something. A test with 20 questions. 3 topics of 5 questions regarding the topics we covered, and then a topic regarding general, metaphysical, umbral, astral questions, general knowledge. I'm curious what you guys know, okay? How's school been today, guys? I told you I'd make something of the schizobabble, Harry, didn't I? Thank you, thank you. I was building energy, as you know, for this. As you know, okay? Seeing if I had it in me to do this. Because I used to be a radio host. That's what my first thing on the internet was, a radio host. I started a 4chan radio station for the anime board. And we're actually the most populated channel on the Ryzen server network. We're still running to this day, but I don't run it. Someone else runs it now. I gave it up when I was like 17. I'm 34 now. But I met people who know about it. I can mention it to them and they know about it, and I tell them I'm dynamic entry, and they're like, what the fuck, you're dynamic entry? I was like, yeah, I am, because they all know me by name if they're in the RC. Okay, we're gonna have a break until Harley and Void are back, okay guys? I'm gonna play some music if you don't mind. I'm gonna play the Glimmering Veil. This is music that I made, okay? This is music for the Glimmering Veil. The space that you inhabit when the Proteus effect is taking over your mind and melding with you, okay? The Glimmering Veil, everyone, by Candlelit Fae. It's on Spotify, Candlelit Fae. All my shit's on Spotify and SoundCloud, Tumblr, Twitter. Candlelit Fae, Candlelit Fae. Oh, not this. Okay, anyway. Kane, can I talk to you, brother, please? Do you know what a system is? Yeah. As much as I loathe the yeah. As much as I loathe the term to use it on myself, I guess I am a system. That's the easiest way to describe it to people because that's the thing everyone knows. But Klingy is the one who does the guided hell dives that we did earlier. So this is the guy. It's me. I helped you through hell earlier to Thaumiel. Through the Crimson Ascension or whatever it was called. Ave. I'm a warlock. Core Sherlock. Detective Conan couldn't decipher words lock. Encryption. Uncontested. Graves and crypts are all infested. Throwing out lightning. Call me Tempest. The one in the dark who calls the tempted. The one that warned you about the one you dreaded. The things I do to you, you'll never mend it. Look into the shadow when I speak to the denizens. To the ones that hallowed as a judge whether it's with it while we follow one or in a gathering. Jesus where he hidden tells me to get traveling. I'm a demon summoner. Communicator. If explanations could be bugged, bruh. Red arama or yeah, you know I'm in trouble, yeah. Could take you one, I could take on a couple, yeah. X-Men fans would call me a mutant. Have my vibe, I go translucent. Deny these facts if you dispute them. Watch the master teach the student. I'm fucking real. When the pen hit the paper, yeah, you know the deal. Stand up for yourself and never ever kneel. Heard my shit before, you know I don't do mass appeal. Wake up in the morning to my psychic alarm. Maragama the Lithrim, Oxama the Lamar. Cloister of shadows where I draw stars. Maragama the Lithrim, Oxama the Lamar. 3, 4, 3 plus 9 plus 10. Type of shit I promise that I'll never do again. Tell me why we went just then. Sucker love, hatred makes us fight again. Why do this? Why continue? Spies all along and we saw your issues. There's news right here. Wanna grab some tissues. I'm decimating you for all your misuse. You're an asshole. Bastard, infection on this earth, turn your brain to plaster. You're a spiteful bastard, kick you out the church and become your masters. You're a hateful bastard, killing all of you, delighting in the fasters. You're a shallow bastard, staying on the surface, ignoring all the casters.